Yo, GameBro here, and this is Let's Play Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. Time to go to the Fire Mountain. We're about 8 episodes into the anime. This level is actually much more so cutscenes and gameplay, and that being the case for a GBA game, you're better off just watching the anime. Quite a bit of things they skipped and not explained, even considering that this the anime had a simple story. I don't think the dialogue even mentioned Chi-Chi, and now Goku went to find her and they both found Roshi. But I'm going through dialogue a little too quickly, but whatever. That's why you have the pause. If you're not quick enough to read, or yes, so hold R for the Kamehameha. Took him 50 whopping years. Every character in the show didn't even take a whole year to learn that technique. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Poor Roshi. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the gameplay. Learn how to use the Kamehameha. And that's pretty much all the moves you learn in this game. Pilaf's Castle. In search of the final Dragon Ball, Goku and the others arrive at Pilaf's Castle. Oh no, the Dragon Balls they worked so hard to collect were taken from them by Pilaf. Man, this is inconsistent. Trying to aim for the narrator impression. Only now. Back when villains were pretty much comic relief, like on the same level as Team Rocket from Pokemon. Wait, I shouldn't say from Pokemon, should I? Is there any other Team Rocket that I'm unaware of? But I digress. This is probably the longest level in the entire game, actually. Much of this part will probably take place in this castle. So, let me try to explain a bit more about the collectibles you can get. They're like collectibles of like an accessory, like a character or something you can find in many levels. Like a few in almost every level. And those red doors, like the one in the first level that I couldn't open, there's an extra mode where you can unlock by playing through this once, and then you'll be able to open those red doors and find the rest of the collectibles. In order to get them all, you have to play through this game at least twice, and if you finish this game, you can also unlock Krillin or Kuririn if you're that picky. Now, if like, oh my god. Now, if you were able to get the collectible, play through the extrables, and play as Krillin, that'd be perfect. So I can show off another character who plays drastically different from Goku. But no, you have to get all the collectible as Son Goku himself. I might show off Krillin, but probably not throughout all these levels. I mean, there's no changes within levels. I mean, it lacks cutscenes, or at least majority of them. So they don't make sense for Krillin to be around. But then again, Krillin didn't go through a lot of these levels. Goku did either. Yeah, you'll find those collectibles in capsules, but that one's not a that is a collectible. But that one is actually make it use of besides something to look at one of the menus of the title screen. Increases the length of the power pole, even though in the anime the pole is able to reach as long as it did at the end of the series. But anyway, so much beating up in this game. Yeah, like a lot of beat 'em ups. In terms of battling enemies, you kind of end up doing the same thing over and over again, but there's a decent variety of enemies, and the level designs are quite well designed. And though beat 'em up games can get repetitive, it doesn't actually get boring. It's a fun game from beginning to end. I must be missing one enemy because I can't. Yep, this robot. So off we go. These guys look like they belong in the Red Ribbon Army, even though they did not work for Pilaf. All Pilaf had was Mayan Shoe. And here's a turtle shell. They'll make you invincible for a short bit. Goku and Krillin also use turtle shells to make their training a little later in the series far more difficult, having to wear 20 and 50 kilos. And like with rockets and such, you can kick in and fly back towards them. Keep that in mind. Like this. Whoa, no. Instant death. No, regardless how much health you have. And be sure to dash if you haven't already. Double tap once again. Oh, no. We'll just run into it. That's not an instant death, of course, but if they fall on you, you're doomed. Attacking more wolves, which is actually Goku's diet. Part of Goku's diet. Oh, and yes, spin the power pole to send bullets back at enemies, but have I established it already? Well, I have now. Go. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through the extra mode just to get all the collectibles. I mean, you're going through the same stages otherwise. Yeah, you just with just some red doors opened, being able to get some collectibles once again. Maybe just maybe some food that you couldn't get before. I'm not sure, but. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same game. Oh yes, you also be able to use Power Pole Extend to reach great heights anytime, and not just a few selected spots in the game. Those are the only differences. Extra life. Let's try to go for a deathless run. And also selecting different difficulties. They're still the same level design. It's just with enemies. Like the enemies not only do more damage in like hard mode, I think they're actually more intelligent as well. Like their AI is more intelligent. Now I got a better Kamehameha, but I don't really recommend using it. Not a terrible choice. Well, one of the worst tricks you can do. Just you're better off trying to come up to enemies and beat them up and such. Now once it gets to the third bar, once we upgrade to Kamehameha again, then it's worth using. But for now, I don't really recommend using it as Yes, it is. Why'd I wall jump there? Such slow bullets. Which seems to be made out of energy. I mean, the anime use actual bullets. Like the content in the anime is inappropriate for anyone below the age of 13. It can get kind of violent. I mean, nothing too gruesome, like Berserk or anything, obviously, but by American standards, it's not really a children's show. Uncut. Definitely more for the adolescent audience. Even though the story is supposed to be for young boys in Japan. Not for young kids, for sure. With Bulma, Yamcha, Puar, and Oolong completely absent. Back when those characters actually did something as opposed to being useless in the sequel. Right, don't forget you have this move, R and L for the after image technique. It's a pretty good choice on bosses. Of course, you'll use up energy, so whether you think that it's more worth it to keep using the Kamehameha or use after image techniques on them, it's completely up to you. I mean, as how much energy you can carry now, I recommend just using after image. I'm about to finish Pilaf himself. Hit me. No matter. Got one down. Yeah. Won't be able to use an after image technique again, probably. And one that I found, as you kicking diagonally, kick upwards and then kick again, kick upward. Hold down and B, hold up and B, you get the pattern. That's a great way to defeat enemies in air. Airborne enemies. I will grant you any one wish. Using the edited dub dialogue. He wished for panties in the original version. Call me pervert if you wish, but that's what Oolong wished for. He seems to hardly care that the 4-star Dragon Ball has flown off. Yep, like I said, longest level in the entire game. So we're heading back to Roshi's, but that'll be for the next part. This is GamePro. See you all in the next video.